than that. What did he get, or she? Where are you going? Why are you going there? What you gonna do when you get there? What would you do? How about that? You do when you got there. This is the person. It's a miss. Could be a miss or two. Out on. Out on. Devil card and the tarot card. So you don't want to miss out on anything. You want to be in it. You want to know. You don't want to be the last person to know. Why? Why do you have to know? Why do you have to know what's going on with someone else? Why? Why do you have to know what's going on with somebody else? If the words are not spoken to you, don't ask how someone else is doing. Ask them. Don't ask, don't comment, don't say these things. Don't be a busybody that is just running your mouth all the time, trying to distract yourself from yourself. Find out what it is that you're not missing out on, which is this is on the paper, so I'll finish that sentence with that. What you're not missing out on. The red alert, because you're sitting on ready all the time. You're sitting on ready to argue. You're sitting on ready to defend. You're sitting on ready to apologize. You're sitting on ready to explain. And you are certainly sitting on ready to excuse. The reason I did this was because I've got to, Mitzi, do this in just a minute. So if I don't get too busy, I want to see what that is. We do that all the time. I did this because, I did that because. No, you didn't. That's the last thing you did it for. And that word right there is the red alert, that's not the reason you did it at all. But you're always on a red alert. You're always on a red alert. So let's see what red alert is. 4, 3, 5, 9, 2. What do we got? We got 11. Okay. So you think you're going to miss out on that relationship with something. How you believe that? Okay. And you want to be the first one to know something so you can tell somebody. 13, 16, 25, 27, 38, the 11. So here's what you think you are missing out on. I'll draw a picture with this. This is what you think you're missing out on. That justice. You do not believe in your heart and soul. You do not believe that you are getting what is due you. So you're going to be right there to guarantee you do. You're going to make doggone sure that the other fellow does not get more than you. It's going to be equal. You're going to stand there with your measuring cup and say, okay, this is hers, and that's hers, and that's hers. And everybody's going to get the same. Nope. That's not the deal. That's not the deal. Justice is not imparted, delivered, or retained from this level. You are not capable. My God, wouldn't you be a vain somebody to think that you could mete out justice? And if it did, the justice that you meted out would have to be exactly what you give out. And how much of that would be fair? How much would you be trying to sliver off the edge of the cake so you could get more for yourself or for somebody you love and call it like you're doing it because you love her, you love him, so you're going to make sure he or she gets the best? Justice. You're afraid you won't get what's coming to you. You're going to get what's coming to you. Everybody does. That's called. Let me see. Let's start again. Plans are useful and necessary in some instances. However, you have become too determined to wrestle with the bull. You don't want to wrestle with the bull. You want it to come easy. You don't want to change your nature. Well, you ain't going to change your nature. You ain't going to change and get with the seasons. Seasons change. People don't. So you got to change with the season that's upon you. Okay. Until you get your way. All right. How are you at rodeo riding? I don't know. Let's see how we are at rodeo riding. Rodeo. That's an 18. We talked about that. Psychological. It's that psychological journey. Most of the time, it is connected to the mama. And I'm talking about your earth mama. Okay? So this rodeo ride, when you're riding that bull, you are dealing with your mama. And that's dead or alive because you have memories and you have idealizations, and unresolved things, or maybe you got all kinds of things. Anyway, this is the psychological journey with the mother. And you got that 15. I'm not going to break them down this time, Missy. 4, 5, 15. Woo! The rodeo that you're going to be riding in is double dosed. I like that. Double dosed. Double dosed. Double dosed. Double dosed. You got a D when you're down here on this earth, because you are certainly dealing with slewfoot every day. What we got? 20. Remember what the 20 is? Child, father, mother. Okay? That's the rodeo. That's the rodeo that you're riding in yourself. See, because what we tend to do is this child we have an idea of. And that child is supposed to act and be a certain way because we haven't come to terms with our child within ourselves. Our father that's in us, we also have an earth father somewhere, dead or alive, and we have attributes we've assigned to him. And so those ones that are not resolved are going to be shifted to the males in our lives. And then we have the mother. And of course we have a mother, dead or alive, and those attributes too, we're going to shift to the female people we have in our lives. Never, ever, ever reconciling these three things in ourselves. That's what the whole thing about wrestling with the bull. The bull. 2. There's that 2. That would have been a good word on that 2 show, wouldn't it? Oh, that's a 3 and a 3. So we got a 3 and we got an 8. I love it. The 11. Okay? Those relationships. The relationships. All of these relationships that, and I keep saying with food, with jobs, with cars, with money, with ideas of fame, with talent, with everything. These are relationships. But you're never going to come to grips with any of those until you come to appreciate, understand, and accept these three aspects of yourself inside of yourself. Inside of yourself. You're wrestling with the bull, you're riding with the devil, double-dosed rodeo. What do we got, 22? What do we got? Oh, shoot. Got a 37 personality on that rodeo, making it a 57. Wow. Now, let's talk about that number. Let's talk about that number. We know, everybody knows that 5 is the number of experience. And everybody knows that watches Mode of Cosmic Therapy that experience is the only true teacher. We know that. And we also know that the 7 is God's number. We also know this is privacy. We also know that experience is open, or it's supposed to be. So how in the world do you reconcile these two numbers? So totally opposite. How do you reconcile these two numbers? When they are inside of the rodeo you're riding. You remember I was talking about, well, I did it a little bit, you know. Let's just do this. 1, the male, okay? The male, you know, the penetrating male, impregnating male. The 2, the bending over to backwards, you know, trying to please the womb. The 3, the open child, ready for the experience, having the innocence. There's the male again. He changed directions. He added something. That, the culmination in this. It is stable. It is the earth upon which we walk. It is our work. But we must change directions. We must change directions. This is the male. We must change directions and cross ourselves. If we are going to be a participant in this life and contribute something of worthwhile value, not something we can see and say, oh, isn't this wonderful? Isn't this the most magnificent book you've ever heard of and seen? You can't live without it. None of those things. If you are going to contribute anything in this life that is of worthwhile value, you will cross yourself. You will, continuously. Then you have the wonderful 5. The 5, after crossing yourself, then comes the time, what are you going to do with that you can't take with you? Oh, you're trying to get on my bus? Sorry. Oh, is that you again? Nope. I got things to do, places to go, people to see. All right. The 5. Let's go. Boom. Let's go down. Let's go down deep. Let's go down ugly. Let's go down where that is at. Not where, oh, it's so pretty I can't touch it. Oh my goodness, look at all those germs. Get in with them. Swim with them. You're not going to stay on the outside. You're not. There's that thing again. Why do you think that you can avoid it? Why do you think that? As soon as you go down, what you're going to find, woo! You're going to have one sweeping experience from this depth. From this depth. A sweeping experience. An open experience. Completely open. But you got to go down. You are not going to get it by staying up here. You're not going to get it. That's where I told you on another show, Mitzi, if I started right here and started walking straight, I'm not going to get home. I got to change direction sometime. This sweeping experience. And this is open to anything and everything. And with this openness, there does not seem to be any justice. It's not there. Because if you can see it, you put it there and it's not real. There is nothing. Everything that flows in here flows out. Boom. 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 That's the 5. Okay. Now, when I could get into the 6, but I'm going to jump over to 6 for right now and go right straight to this 7. Because, there's that word, that's not the reason I'm doing it. This 7 is God's number. It just has a straight male energy. You are male oriented. If you have a 7 in your destiny, birthday, anything that has to do with 7, you are male dominated. Even if you have a P for the first name. Okay, so here is the male energy, and he has to go straight, but he doesn't have to go down too far. Well, we can cut this all off if you want to, because that can be a 7 too. I mean, shoot, I can make a 7 like that, because only those people who are not living a 5 would say that's the only 7 that it could be. That is not the only 7 there can be. That's a 7. And that is what the 7, God's number, teaches you. In God's number, with the, as we understand, the